So we are back in Marmoset now. So I'm going to come in and just create a new material, which is in here. And then what I'm going to do is just select here, come into my maps, and then this is my normal. So color, where are you? Reference AO base metallic normal map. So I can open that. And then I can drag this on. And if I drag this onto the low poly in there, it will apply it to everything. So you can see now the normal map is applied, and it's combined the Substance Painter normal map with our baked normal map as well, which is great. Albedo, which is our color ID, which is now our base color here. So I can bring that in. I have to move for it to actually just wait there. And then we've got our roughness. We'll open that up, so it should just that. Then we've also got metalness, which is metallic. Open. And then finally we've got our ambient occlusion, which is down here. We have to turn it on. The occlusion, and then we can just bring this in. Where are you, AO? There. So now we've got this in Marmoset. This is kind of more real-time display. So we've got this in there, and you can start to see how it's going to look as a final thing. I haven't got the display, but I don't really mind too much about that. The dust is a bit not too much of a fan of it, but it doesn't matter. It's just an example. But anyway, once we've got this here, I'm going to come into my renderer here, and this is the new Marmoset, but I can use ray tracing, which is quite nice. And we've also got samples, shadow quality. We've got, you can basically start cranking things up for our final thing: ambient occlusion, reflections, local reflections, yes, local diffuse, image resolution, that kind of stuff is all okay. Main camera. Sky, and then we can play around with the various different presets. So you can see we're setting up, we've got that kind of glow coming in as we kind of work on this. So spin this guy around. Let's just what I might do is actually just close this down for a minute and just rebuild in toolbag 3 because it'll be more familiar. So let's just do that again. Radio low poly. So bring this in. Scene, where sky, presets. Don't want a horrible dark one, so let's just bring in something like this for now. Got our new material, which I'm going to drag on top of the radio low, and then normal map. Just do exactly what I just did. Normal. Gloss, but in the original one, this is why I kind of come back. I want to change it to gloss to roughness, and then bring that in, and then albedo, base color is basically what that is, and specular, which is not specular. We need to change that to metalness. Bring that in, and then we've got occlusion as we had before. Occlusion. Okay, so then we've got all of this in place. I want to go to my renderer, and in this one, I want to increase it to 2.1. We've got anti-aliasing, which is at 4. I can do high DPI. I can then come down. You can turn wireframe on here as well if you want to get a render with the wireframe, which I would recommend to add as well. And I want local reflections, internal reflections as well. Shadow resolution is ludicrous, and enable global illumination and ambient occlusion. So you want to turn all this on so that we end up getting a nicer kind of lighting with it, but we need to choose the right light for our scene. So obviously this I don't particularly like. So shift and left click will spin around and change this. No. And you just want to find something that really shows off your model the best as you can. And what I might also do, using clouds, no, it's worth spending time getting the right lighting. And if none of these are really doing it for you, and you can actually import your own as well. So let's go through gallery. That one's not too bad, but it's not great either. So what you can do is go to a website called HDRI Haven. And then from here, we can go HDRIs, and these are all nice free ones. We can go indoors, and then you can get all sorts of ones from here. So let's just take, say, this one for now. Sort of a living room kind of setting where you might find this kind of thing. And then I'm going to download just a 2K. And then I'll put that in my folder. Not that one. My radio and source images. Just close that. Minimize. And then here, what I can do is open and just bring in that sky here. So now I've brought in that, which is, I think, is that one I've just done? No, it wasn't. Furnace House, I think that was it. So this is the one that I've just brought in, which I quite like. It's not great, to be fair, it's kind of dark. But then you can also point points on here, which can kind of lighten up certain areas. So I can just move around and just bring that in. It's just to lighten that top section up a bit. I can also come in and go to my main camera. Let's just minimize this for a second. I can also come in and actually just add a light. So you don't have to rely solely on the thingy. So I can just bring that in here, which is just going to add a little extra kind of thing going in. And then I might just want to not cast shadows on it, so it's not affecting it from the original one. It's just adding a little additional kind of thing going in. I can. Where are you? Where are you? It's for. I wanted to adjust the color. Where are you? I can't think of where it is. This is it. Spot gel. So, okay, you can add in the noise and stuff. So I'm not going to worry about that at the moment, but I did want it to be a different color, and I can't remember how to do it. Such a simple thing, isn't it? Brightness, distance, shadow set. But, I'm not going to stress too much about it. I'm going to add in another light, and this one's going to come over here and just cover the back. Oops. Messing this right up, aren't I? Kind of like that, and I don't want that to cast shadows either. So then it's just kind of well lit from all around, generally. Underneath doesn't matter too much. So it's okay. Not great, but it's all right. But spend time on your lighting, basically, and make sure that it's spot on. Okay, and then once we've kind of got it where we're after, so you can see the kind of the gold there is reflecting on there, and that's kind of what we want, just to get a bit more realism. And then I'm going to come in, render, make sure everything's all turned up high. You can play around with the ambient occlusion, stuff like that as well. The watermark just basically brings in the tool bag icon. And then sky, target, all fine. Render cam, sorry, sky. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just come into my capture, and I'm going to go to settings, and I want to make sure that my image is large enough. You can increase the samples. I'm just going to leave it at 16 for now. Change the output format, which is okay, and then start rendering out basically. So I'm going to capture, and then I'll just do image. But wait a moment, where's it going to go? Where is the output folder? Show output folder. At the moment it's to my desktop, which is not what I want. Where is it? Radio? Images, final renders. This is kind of where I want, but I don't think I'll just set it. We'll see. So then that will be my rendered out image of my radio. Then what I would do also is just come in and render out. You got your main camera here. Okay, so I don't think you can actually get orthographic cameras, unless I'm just being really, really stupid. So anyway, I'll just kind of create mine myself. So I'm just going to come in and just get like a front on view if I can, and then I might just do capture and image, come around to the side, and then when I'm kind of doing the side, what I'll do is I'll spin the light around as well to get a nice view. I won't just leave the light alone, you know. So I'll just come in, and then I'll just do capture or F11, come around to the back, get a nice kind of shot again. So I'm going to adjust the light every time. Not going to bother with that side. And then we can sort of come around and spin around the light and kind of just maybe want to top down or something. or come in. Maybe get something. Like this, I don't know, maybe a bit more. Still haven't got the display on, but I'll finish that at some point probably. So then we've got that, and then we've got those images rendered out. Apps come in. And capture an image and open. I want to know where I'm saving these to. Where are they? Oh, they're all going onto desktop. That's fine. So yeah, so then that's all rendered. I can file and I can just save this scene out. And like I've got everything else within my one radio folder. I've got all my things. I've got my substance one here. So I'll just create another folder, and this will be my Marmoset. So everything is all within one sort of general folder. So then we've got that. Okay. And I'm just going to open up Photoshop again, file and open. Then on my desktop, which I'll need to move these images in, but I've got my screenshots. Which and then kind of come in there. And then you can start sort of trying to customize them. But one thing that I might just add is, if let's just open up my scene again. Radio and Marmoset, wherever you may have gone. I want to, in my camera, or is it in the sky? Backdrop. I just want to have it as nothing, just a plain color, basically. So just a color, and that will just make things easier for me rather than anything else. And I want it to be kind of a contrasting color, perhaps, or just a plain color so that I can kind of basically cut things out. But what I will do when I render, I've opened it up with the wrong one, but never mind. Oh, it's all changed. Hang on. Okay, so the new one, that's quite nice. The new one seems to have orthographics, which is good. If you've got the new one, that is. But we don't at the moment, so I'm just going to close it down. Haven't really played around with it too much yet. Open up this one, file, open scene, Marmoset. So we're in this one. Sky, I just want it to be a color. Not particularly that color because it's, okay, a lighter one. So we've got that there. And then what I'll do is I'll go to capture, and you can set all these different cameras as well. So I can just come in and add a camera 2, bring that around. So then I can just easily come back, and I've got these saved kind of presets, if you like. But then I'm going to go to capture image settings. And I want to change this to a PSD and include transparency. And then if I'm going to do a video, I want to crank that up as well. But where is... I can't think where the output folder would go. But never mind. So I'll just do capture image, and then I'll spin it around. I should get a front view first. capture image. And then capture, and I'll just do image and open. And then what that does is that it brings it in, but it enables me to actually have transparency. So then I can come in and actually combine the different shots together with ease. Let's just delete that one for now. Scale that down to basically compose my scene. However it may be. So yeah, I'll let you guys figure out exactly how you want to do that. And then I can just fire in a random kind of background in warning. Oh, that's horrible. Let's just grab something like that and then just lighten it up. And just get a black brush, nice soft one. Maybe burn that around a bit. No, that looks horrible. But anyway, you get the idea. Present it nicely and not horrifically like this. Oh, I just can't get anything that I like. I kind of liked what I had. Oops. Oh man, that's disgusting. So let's just go with a nice off-white. That'll do for now. I'm still not happy with it. There we go. That'll do. Do it the same color as Photoshop. So then that's it. Pretty much, you've got that out, and that's rendered out, and you've done it. And I'd advise getting your orthographic views if possible, or close to, as well as a perspective view. And that's your kind of the full process through to completion. Then you upload it and do it whatever you want with it. So we'll leave it there because it's been a while and I'm just starting to rabbit on a little bit. But yeah, then that'll save out, and I'll save that out as JPEG or whatever, and then upload it and drop it. Thank you very much. There is the full process.